I personally don't think that any reporters should even be covering the White House at this point in time. I think that they should all just boycott this fucking guy and deny him what he craves so much, which is airtime. But I understand he's the president. You have to cover him. So, given that unfortunate fact, what I can't grasp for the life of me is why nobody in the news calls him on such easy bullshit to call him on. For example, for example, Donald Trump is not just focusing on his arch or his ballroom or the reflecting pool. He's doing work to all kinds of different fountains and whatnot throughout Washington, D.C. And here he reposts something from this person, Daniel Turner, talking about how these fountains haven't worked in decades. Biden brags about his Amtrak use. He walked past these broken fountains 20,000 times as senator, and not once as VP or POTUS did he try to fix them. Because that is what he really thinks about America. The first thing I would tell you is don't ever just take Donald Trump's word for it that something is broken or in need of renovation. He's just trying to put his own stamp on everything. But more to the point, okay, there's Donald Trump essentially saying by reposting this, that these fountains haven't worked in decades. Well, would that include the 4 years that you were president before? And if so, why didn't you do it then? Why didn't you go through Washington, D.C. and slap your name on this and knock this down and redo this and fix these and build this the first time around? If these fountains have been broken for decades and nobody tried to fix them, that includes you, if we are to take what you're saying at face value. So why now? Well, because he knows this is his last go-around. No matter what he talks about when it comes to 2028, he knows, A, he can never run for president again, and B, he's probably not going to be alive long enough to enjoy another presidency. So this is his last chance to put his mark on every corner of Washington, D.C. East Wing, tear it down. We're going to build what I want there. Kennedy Center, shut it down, and we're going to renovate the inside of it. I bet that thing is going to be covered in gold, just like everything else is. Slap my name on the side of it. Build me an arch. Redo the reflecting pool. Fix these fountains. Lord knows what they're going to look like. This is his last go-around. This is his last chance to put his thumbprint on the nation's capital. There's going to be a lot to undo. And some of it won't even be able to be undone. Some of it, even the Democrats aren't going to be willing to touch it. He builds this goddamn ballroom. Nobody's going to be willing to just tear it down and put the East Wing back. It would be a massive waste of taxpayer funds. It's what should happen to it, but it's not going to happen to it. But here we go with these fountains. They've been not working for decades. Well, why didn't you fix them the first time around? Because you don't give a shit about fountains. You don't give a shit about pools. You just want your thumbprint on everything. And that's all this is.